welcome to Class Connect study series with Yusuf Arikewuyo. In today's class, we shall consider the concept of position, distance, and displacement. Position defines the placement or location of an object or matter with respect to a reference point or an origin. To describe the position of an object, we can make use of the XY coordinates. Let's consider some worked examples. Locate the following points on a graph of y against x. We have point R, which has coordinates 2, 4, point X, coordinate -1, 3, point T, coordinate 3, 2, and point U, coordinate 2, -2. Let's quickly add at this point that to locate points using the XY plane, we read the first point as X followed by Y. That is, for example, in R having 2, 4, it means that X in this case is 2 and Y is 4. To locate the given point, we shall consider the maximum and minimum values on individual axes. From this particular question, the maximum value on the x-axis is 3, while the minimum value on the x-axis is -1. And on the y-axis, the maximum value is 4, while the minimum value is -2. So that we shall have the following. We'll draw a vertical line to represent our y-axis and another horizontal line to represent our x-axis. The point of intersection of the two lines is called the origin, where we write 0. Now we will place 1, 2, 3, 4, corresponding to our points. And on the x-axis we have 1, 2, 3, 4 at reasonable interval. On the negative y-axis we shall have -1 and -2, and on the negative x we shall have -1, -2, -3. Now the first point R was given as 2, 4, meaning that we are going to take 2 steps on the x-axis and look for the point of intersection at 4. That is 4 steps on the y-axis. And the point of intersection will be this point. So let's make this sticker, and this will be point R. For point S, we have -1, 3. That is -1 on the negative x-axis, that is this point, and 3 on the positive y-axis. So just like we did, we shall trace, and the point of intersection, of course, will be our point S. Then point T has coordinate 3, 2. That is 3 on the positive x, that is this point, and 2 on the y-axis. So we shall trace with broken lines, and the point of intersection, we shall have our point T. And lastly, point U with coordinates 2, -2. That is 2 on the positive y-axis and -2 on the negative x-axis. And the point of intersection, that is where we have our point U. Let's consider this particular diagram. Suppose we are told to state the coordinate of points K, point L, and point M. From the diagram, we can see that K is 1 mark away from the x-axis, and it is 2 marks away from the y-axis, so that the coordinate for K becomes 1, 2. For point L, K, just like we did for K, we'll do the same for L. L is lying above -2 on the x-axis, so that the coordinate for x will be -2, and for y, we can see that it is directly in line at 3. And for point M, if we trace downwards along the x-axis, we shall have that the coordinate for x is 2, while the coordinate for y along the vertical line or the vertical axis is -1. So that the coordinate for point K is given as 1, 2. The coordinate for point L is given as -2, 3. And the coordinate for point M is given as 2, -1. Let's consider the concept of distance and displacement. Distance defines the separation in space between two or more points. It is a scalar quantity and has an SI unit of meter. Displacement, on the other hand, defines distance in a specified direction. It is a vector quantity and has an SI unit of meter. Calculating distance and displacement between 2 points. Suppose there exist 2 points A having coordinate x1, y1 and point B having coordinate x2, y2. Then the distance r between the 2 points is given by r, which is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. To obtain the displacement between 2 points, we include the angular distance or the angular separation between the 2 points in our calculation. That is, after we have finished calculating for distance, then we'll solve for the angular separation and include both the distance as well as the angle in our solution of displacement. To obtain the angle between the 2 points, let's say the angle is represented with theta. All we need to do is to take the arctan of the ratio between y2 minus y1 and that of x2 minus x1. Let's consider this particular question. Find the displacement between 2 points G having coordinate 3, 2 and H having coordinate 2, 1. We shall start by identifying the given parameters. We have that G coordinates 3, 2 and H coordinates 2, 1. We are told to find the distance r between them, and we recall that r, which of course is the distance between 2 points, is given by the square root of y2 minus y1 square plus x2 minus x1 squared. Let me extend this a bit. So that from what we've been given, if we take G to be x1, y1, we will have that our x1 will be equal to 3, y1 will be equal to 2, x2 will be equal to 2, that is from H, and y2 will be equal to 1. Substituting in the formula, we shall have that r will be equal to the square root of 2 minus 3 all squared plus 1 minus 2 all squared. So that we shall have the square root of minus 1 squared plus minus 1 squared, which of course will give us the square root of 1 plus 1, which is the square root of 2. Taking the square root of 2, we have that r will be equal to 1.14, which gives the distance between the 2 points. Therefore, we need to calculate the angular separation between the 2 points, given as theta equals arctan of y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Substituting the parameters, we shall have that theta will be equal to the arctan of 1 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 3. And of course, this gives us arctan of minus 1 divided by minus 1, which of course gives arctan of 1. and the arctan of 1 is 45. Therefore, theta will be equal to 45 degrees. That is, the angle between the 2 points G and H is 45 degrees. Therefore, our solution will be written as point G with coordinates 3, 2 is 1.414 units distance to point H, having coordinates 2, 1 in the direction of 45 degrees. That is, the 2 points G and H are 45 degrees apart. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in our next class, and please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification button. Thank you.